Welcome back, Wastelander. Today, we're going to be talking about another one of those super duper awesome runs I tend to stumble upon in my adventures. And if you're looking for screws and a shit ton of other stuff, I've got the run for you today. So sit back and enjoy the show. Keep your ears open. You might learn something. But first, as always, we gotta hear from our sponsor. I gotta get some new guitar strings. Tonight, we peer behind the veil and glimpse the unanswered questions. Unanswered questions, questions, questions. What if I told you that there are beings greater than us controlling our very existence? From the food we eat to the clothes we wear. Ask yourself, are you really in control? Come with me as we examine the plethora of evidence that points to a larger, unanswered question. Are the vaults actually a global collection of highly advanced quantum VR Nexus stations created by Vault-Tec? Under the direction of Rob Coe, who we all know is run by robots disguised as humans, infiltrating our lives, taking our jobs, they're turning the Rad Toads gate. The unanswered questions. Unanswered questions. 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 Hey guys, so after several attempts at making this video, and all of them ending at 30 to 45 minutes. This is what you're going to get, and we'll see what happens. So I'm trying to keep these run videos down, and I'm already talking too much. But anyway, I find it important to explain things, but some people just don't want that. So we're going to try a here you go, figure it out on your own type video. So here's the deal. So you're looking for some junk, specifically screws. That's what we're talking about today. As with any junk run, you're always going to get other stuff, and things, change depending on your RNG and your setup and your build. So make sure you've got yourself buffed up and you're ready to go on a junk run. We're looking at typewriters specifically, typewriters, globes, and telephones. Today's run is basically a screw run, and I'm going to show you basically half of the run I do. It's 3 areas that are located next, close to each other, easy to fast travel and or run to, depending on how you play. And there's a reason why I start the way I do, and that is because you get the most. I find I get the most potential out of the run going the way I do. So first thing first, we're going to go down to the southeast in the Cranberry Bog region, north of Watoga, just close to that little lake where you fight the Mire Queen all the time, at a little place called Pylon V13. This is where we're going to start, because when you load in, there are a lot of enemies, specifically gulpers and super mutants. And both of those groups have a chance of legendary enemies, so that is another potential gain if you're looking for that. If you're not looking for enemies, they're also really easy to sneak around and get past if you just want to go straight into the run. So in my case, I got a legendary super mutant right off the bat, and after I took him out, took his loot, we cleared the area. And then my other favorite reason for this, and the other reason this spot is where I start, is because there's a good chance that a super mutant behemoth will spawn right here at this little abandoned bog town area. He spawns there almost every time I do it, but again, if you're playing on a public server, that's going to change. If you're playing on a private server, it's almost every time. So once you have done what you want to do here, whether you're killing or sneaking around, you're going to head towards the workshop space here. Now again, if you want to take this workshop, easy events, easy XP, easy stuff to gain from just taking the workshop. If anything else, it's usually a challenge, and you could just grab it real quick as the challenge. But make a choice there. Either way, we're going to head up this staircase, the fire escape here between these two buildings, and once you get to the top, you are going to go down this elevator shaft and into the first building. This building is the first building that has like a buttload of desks and filing cabinets, and on those desks is usually typewriters and telephones, and on the filing cabinets and on top of things are usually globes as well. These are all things that you can get a decent amount of scrap and screws from. Like I said, as well as other things. The other benefit to this is that desks and filing cabinets also have a chance to spawn technical data. So you have a chance for technical data. And then on top of that, there's a few other like things in the basement where you can get, cement bags, lead from paint cans, things like that, and a few like always check for the floors, the shelves on top of everything. Check all your nooks and crannies and check for safes and things that can be unlocked. And when you come out of it, you will have a buttload of typewriters, telephones, and globes, as well as other junk, and you will find benefit. And if you need screws fast, this is how you're going to do it. Now, if you want to keep going and you're over encumbered, don't worry. There is a Tinkerer's Workshop right next to the area that had the claim workshop. So you can either go straight to that Tinkerer's Workshop and break stuff down and break all those weapons down, because that's going to be what's weighing you down mostly. And if you need to store it and you can't, then you can either claim that workshop to throw down a stash box, or if you have the ability to, use your Fallout 1st survival tent to throw down and scrap or store anything you need to. Next place you're going to go, though, after this is just up here to this little satellite, and the first thing that you're going to want to note is there are going to be some scorched here. Both of you in the parking lot as well as inside the building, there's a buttload of scorched. So the best technique is usually to go ahead and clear out all the enemies and then loot. So parking lot, there's usually about 2. Clear them out, loot, go inside. Inside there's quite a bit more, but it's not that difficult. You just start shooting them and they'll come to you, and then you kill them. And once you feel like you've killed them all or you don't hear them anymore, you start your loot run. This room is kind of weird, so the way I like to do it is just get stuff in front of the door. On both sides of the door there's some desks, and then I make a clockwise circle around the entire floor. I ignore the stairs going up, I ignore all other rooms, and I just get that main floor. All the desks, all the filing cabinets, check on top of and under everything. There's toys that you can find, there's globes, there's all kinds of junk that you will not find unless you look for it. Turn your flashlight on, that always helps. Once you have cleared out this room, there's a room with a locked door. If you have lockpicking or hacking, you can, loot that. Otherwise, I would go to the staircase that goes up. It's in the brick wall with the little yellow light, you can see it. Go up to the first floor and loot all that shit. Watch out for holes in the floor. This building is full of holes in the floor. If you fall through the holes, it's not devastating, it's just annoying. So make sure you check everything, and then go to the next floor, go to the next floor, go to the next floor. Then you're going to want to make sure you check the tippity top floor. There's military grade duct tape as well as some other things, and you want to grab those. Those are always good to have. After that, you're going to make your way all the way down to the basement, and that's where you will encounter usually the last couple enemies and the guy with the crown, as well as a couple of rooms full of more junk. After you have looted everything in here, once again, there is a room with a workbench, and you can scrap everything you picked up and junk everything you picked up, and usually that gets you back down to weight. And that is it for this spot. And the next spot we will be going is just right next door at the next giant satellite. And once you do what you need to do, you can either run there or you can fast travel. And once you get there, this is pretty much a super mutant spot. So, clear the parking lot of super mutants, loot what you want to loot, and then head inside. When you're inside, it's a buttload of super mutants, so I say clear them out first, and then business as usual. Start looting everything, top to bottom, every floor, every nook and cranny, and when you're done, you're done. You can scrap what you need to scrap, store what you need to store, and go back home. By this point, you should have enough screws and other junk to make anything that you were having trouble making. If you got lucky on the enemies, then you should have you should get a couple things like nuclear materials and acid and things like that. So, all in all, it's a pretty decent run. It's pretty quick. You could stop at any point. You could just do the first room down in the abandoned bog town. You could just do that and leave, and as well as you can, server hop and try to get more out of it from different servers or whatnot. That can work too. Other than that, that's the run. That's it. I'm not gonna walk you through it. If you want a longer video, make a comment about it and tell me if I should make these short like these or if you like the elaborate ones. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, but it seems like for Fallout, the shorter videos might be working better. I don't know. And plus, I'm always throwing in my silly little commercial skits, which usually takes about 1.5 to 3 minutes of the video. So between all that, I find it hard to figure out what a good timing is. Otherwise, I hope this helped you out. And like I said, leave a comment. Let me know if I should do longer or shorter videos in more or less detail. And if I missed anything that was important, I'm sorry. But, still trying to figure out what the best route to go is on this. And some people want, in-your-face information. And some people like elaborate walkthroughs. I like elaborate walkthroughs. So it's hard to figure it out. Either way, love you guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!